We're me watching Elden Ring gameplay footage. I know nothing. I don't know what to expect. I know that the Pierce lady, my wife, the red-haired lady, her name is something. It's like Mel something. I only know that because of the collector's edition, but I don't remember what it is. It's like Melina. Whatever, we'll find out. So, but yeah, so we have it here. It's like, yeah, it's 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes. It's actually, I thought it was like 45 minutes. It's only 20 minutes. That's not bad. Appreciate all of you. Let's do that. Let's begin the thing. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, we're starting. We're starting. Okay. Copium. I know how to exit full screen mode. Don't backseat me. Okay, play. Okay. Oh my god, we're playing.
Peggy 16.
Ah, it's so loud. It scared me.
Hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to join us today.
There's subtitles as well.
In this video, we'll show some footage of our new action RPG, Elden Ring.
I'm so relaxed by this voice.
We hope it helps to convey a little of this title's mood and gameplay.
Oh my god, I'm so... Oh! Oh!
Elden Ring is set here.
It's so yellow.
In the lands between.
Things betwixt? Dude, it looks so Sekiro.
This is a site of grace, acting as a place of rest for the player.
Site of grace.
Occasionally, grace will manifest rays of guiding light.
Oh! The goat moose horse.
Of course, we're free to choose whether to follow this guidance, or head off
Listen
to
to that
explore
music.
in a different direction.
There's animals just wandering around. What? You can just chill. You can just be comfy. You can do like a pacifist gameplay. Oh, this is so like Breath of the Wild. I know, hot take, it's like Breath of the Wild. But like, bruh, come on. Oh. Oh. It's got a horn. It's a little, is that a drake? Is that a, oh my god. Oh, look at the magic. Dude, it's so pretty. Oh. Yeah, so we're doing a magic build, like guaranteed. Oh, so is this Skyrim as well? You just like get encounters with dragons randomly? Or drakes or what? Look at him, he's kind of fluffy and cute, isn't he? The mounted combat got me like, ugh. Oh my god. Oh! Oh, that is so sick. That is so sick.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can. Are you an NPC? Stepbro!
Hello? Anyone?
No, he's trapped in a pot. No.
Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see
Wait, the pot?
I am Alexander, also known
The pot is the guy who's
And
stuck.
as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this?
Help me, Step Tarnished.
Put
Kick
those
him.
doubts to rest. I'll be just fine. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
I can't. I'm gonna cry. It's too funny.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me.
Oh, I literally cried. Alexander. Alexander's my new best friend. Oh, that's so... Oh my god, is that Disney? Oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at the outfit as well. Look at the power of the drip. It's got flow.
The map can prove useful when exploring.
There's
the
a
world,
map?
and is populated by acquiring map fragments.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. You can put markers
We
down.
can use markers to customize the map,
Yes!
such as setting reminders
Yes!
for the location of crafting materials or dangerous enemies.
Show me. Tell me more.
Beacons can also be placed to help with orientation.
Yes! I will never get
Beacons
lost.
placed on the map appear in the world.
Are we going to jump off the cliff and we're about to find out there's a dual wielding? Oh, there's a Breath of the Wild glider or what? So keep in mind I've never played Shadow of the Colossus, but like it's kind of shadowy of the Colossus,
Spirit
no?
springs can be used while on horseback to launch high into the air. This allows for stress-free traversal of areas with a great deal of verticality.
Verticality, chat. Oh god. Oh god. Can I get the Saint verticality emotes in chat? Amazing. Amazing. I hope you can befriend goats. Is that more? Oh, that's birds. Okay, so horse does not take fall damage. There might not be fall damage, like Sekiro. I guess. Oh, monocular. Monocular is present. Oh my god, they
The
have.
carriage over there is carrying treasure. An opportunity too good to pass up.
Oh my god, I really like this. This is so
We'll
interesting.
prepare for combat with some item crafting, using materials found in the world.
I don't really like that. Well, I don't like crafting necessarily. I'm not like a crafting fan, and I don't really think that it adds much to a game often. Like, but it's really nice. In like Breath of the Wild, they have crafting, but it's just fun to walk around the world and get stuff. That guy just keeled over very delicately. Like, oh. So if it's anything like Breath of the Wild, in which like you just kind of passively collect materials as you play, and like, I don't know, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Enemy stance can be broken with heavy strikes, such as when attacking from above.
It looks, okay, I don't know, it looks a little slow right now? Maybe it's because they're really trying to show off everything, but the movement feels slow.
Interchange between weapons.
Is that the Kumo? Is it the Ruku? No, it looks different. That is sick. That is freaking juicy. This looks more Sekiro-like than I thought it would be. Like, I knew that there'd be Sekiro DNA, but...
Spirits to assist us in battle.
What? Oh!
Spirits vary greatly in type, so we look forward to players experimenting and finding their personal
You
favorite.
can summon? Bruh. Add a network tested reject support channel? That's basically the whole Discord right now, to be honest with you. Okay. So what
Online
sites of
multiplayer
grace?
can also be enjoyed with players from other worlds, from cooperative to PvP and invasions.
I don't really like, if those are messages, I don't like how they look. They look too jarring. Well, we'll see. I'll have to see how I feel about it when it's actually in the game. Hey! Oh! You say voices! Okay, so it looks like no fall damage? Like, maybe there will be eventually, but like, that should have given you fall damage. This game has a lot of security DNA. Yeah, this game has like, I can see
Deadly
DNA from all of their
creatures
games.
forests,
This
so
looks
we'll
like
use
Ghost of
stealth to
Tsushima.
avoid detection.
It's actually stunning. This is a gorgeous game. It has color in it. Can't see the health bar? Although I think they took off, they have no HUD for this, so we don't know if that's like normal or a HUD thing. Oh. Oh,
We've
surprise.
come across a boss guarding this area.
What do you mean guarding this
We'll
area?
take it on with the help of our co-op partner.
So there's probably gonna be like mini bosses and area bosses, maybe? Oh my god, wow. This is so Sekiro-like. I can see literally almost every game in this though. But right now I'm seeing heavy Sekiro. Whoa, make it rain! Damn, dude! Oh, blocking. We ain't doing that. Excuse me, is that a dragon head? My brother. Yeah, that's Gyobu Masakawa for sure. The poise bar, whatever from Sekiro? I don't know. I mean, there is a hidden poise bar, kind of, in Dark Souls games and Bloodborne. Like, you do get stunned after... Or I think not in Bloodborne. I'm a little fuzzy on poise and PvP stuff. I don't really understand it super well. But there is a mechanic that at a certain point you get a little stunned. So I'm sure there's going to be something like it. I just don't think it's going to be like an obvious bar like that, right? Nobody does? Fair point, fair point. Poise is a lie? I don't know about that. Poise for the boys, baby. So this is a summon. It's a summon? You're summoning.
Caves, mines,
No, that's a site of grace. Sorry.
can be
Okay,
found
I
while
keep
out
thinking that's like a
exploring the world.
message.
These dungeons each hold their own secrets, from hidden treasures to fearsome bosses.
Oh no, traps. My weakness. Honestly though, if they eliminate gravity from the game, like you can't take fall damage, I think I'm gonna be... This is my game, chat. I'm gonna be the best Elden Ring player on the world. Just get ready for it. Everyone's like, oh, these people, they're so good. But no, it's gonna be Raffarino, top Elden Ring player. Hidden walls, chat, hidden walls. Illusory wall. That's a mimic guaranteed. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's just glowing so suspiciously. Aww. Friend with the claws. That's so cute. Raffin Ring streams. I can't wait. I hope there's dresses. I need dresses. I haven't seen enough dresses. So yeah, you just show up. Like, what's up with you? Is this the lady that everyone's been drawing pictures of?
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Oh, Melina. I like that better than Melina. She's got pink hair.
I offer you an accord.
Accord me up. Isn't that a car?
We've reached Stormvale Castle.
That's also a car.
large-scale dungeon which connects semeamlessly with the surrounding Limgrave region.
Don't tell me location names, brother. Oh my god, what a beautiful castle, though. This is like... What do you call that style when it's like super baroque? I don't know what it's called. Baroque, I think. Where everything's like super in your face and decorative. Who are you? Do you have a book? Is that a book?
You're tarnished.
You have a book around your neck?
I would advise against taking the main gate into the castle.
Okay.
It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands. Oh,
What does that mean?
try the opening right here.
What does that mean?
The guards don't know about it. You'll breach the castle
Baroque?
undetected.
Like broke? I don't know how it's said. Okay, no, I'll use the main entrance. That's me.
Fair enough. You certainly don't have to trust me.
I'll take on some old hands.
You must go through the gates. I'll signal them to open.
So you
Of
control...
course, I'd advise against
I would definitely go to the main gate. I don't care. I'm going to the main gate. Yeah, open the main gate for me, brother. Come on.
the gates. Open the gates.
I kind of, well... Baroque? Baroque. So it's Baroque. Okay, gotcha. Thought it was Baroque. Oh, Jesus! I acted like that actually happened to me. Probably because I was so immersed, because that's what I would do. That's exactly
The main
what I
route
would
seems
do.
risky, so we'll try entering through a back way.
Quitter! Every time I see him jump, I get so startled. Oh, this looks like the Demon Souls starting area. Oh, you're just like run along the castle and it's all cliffy and... They got thorns all over them, huh? Kinda cool. Ooh, you think you can use magic? Excuse me, just... What? Oh, that's sick. Do you see the poises? Oh my god. I can't wait to try out these weapons. I'm gonna level up every stat. I'm gonna be
Extra
level
care should be taken
1000.
when moving through dungeons, as visibility and terrain differ from when in the open.
As
We
in,
hope
like...
players enjoy getting a feel for the different types of areas
Oh, I see what you're
and coming up
saying.
with suitable strategies for each.
Oh, this sneaky sumbitch. Look at that. Look, he's a snake. He's a snake. Oh, I love it. What is it? Show me more of the monstrosity. That's my favorite stuff. I remember this place from the trailer. I remember that room from the trailer with all the hanging body parts and stuff. Remember I had that whole theory about how body parts are like important because people can like attach, like take their bodies apart and attach other body parts, like, and then you get like a room with like body parts hanging from the ceiling, but it doesn't look like a food place. Book Guy's a traitor. Looks like my instincts were right. I still wouldn't have listened to him though. Oh my god. Nothing can top Pot Guy. Alexander the Iron Fist, my new best friend. If I could draw, I would draw him. Chat, I'm gonna draw him. I'm gonna do some
Dungeons are
fan art.
complex and
Oops, I
multi-layered,
accidentally.
meaning they can be
My
tackled
bad.
from a number of routes.
This is what people do, right? They do fan art while they're watching trailers. Oh! Hat?
Ah, nice to meet you.
Why are you popping up? Oh my god, stop.
Roger is the name. A sorcerer.
Roger?
You might have guessed.
Is everyone French?
Looking for a little something here in the castle.
Dude, he's a hatted sorcerer?
Troops, that is. But enough about me. What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle?
That's like above average
Place is
hat.
bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind.
For grafting. Grafting.
A place I'd stroll
I
into.
knew it! That's exactly what they're doing with the body parts! Oh, I love how good they are at visual storytelling. They're grafting. Oh my god, they're falconers? There's falconers from Dark Souls 2! Kinda. They look pretty much the same though. They got falcons, that's all I need to know. The hat was pretty big, but I wouldn't call it a big hat, not compared to Big Hat Logan's. I would say above average hat Roger. Oh, hang on, I'm doing my fan art. Hang on, okay.
In this next boss fight, we challenge one of the demigods, ruler of Stormvale, Godric the Golden.
Mighty dragon. Thou the true-born heir.
Eh?
May thy strength
This is the man from the trailer.
deliver me unto greater.
Why do you call him Kindred? God, I'm so good at art. Oh my god, I'm so good at art. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll show you after. My fan art is just 10 out of 10. You can't even handle it. Oh god. So that's what happens when you do grafting.
I command thee.
I think you'd be better at kneeling because you have like 80 legs.
All that is golden.
Can you teach me how? He's a grafferine? Oh no! He's so small. I thought he'd be bigger. I'm not sure how I feel about this wind magic stuff. There's a whole lot of wind stuff going on. Oh my god, you're summoning like a whole ass beast. And it looked like you use the same summon thing that you use to summon people in the trailer. That like Tesseract looking cube. Oh yeah, this is interesting. It looks like, what I will say as someone who's a big fan of the faster paced games, it looks a little slow. Like it's not Bloodborne. Slower than Sekiro. Yo, get BBQ'd. You're dead, brother. You're so dead. Yep.
Thank you for watching.
Is that it?
This was just a brief introduction.
Dude, that
to
was
the
already
world
20
fundamentals.
minutes. I feel like it was
More details will be
5.
revealed at a later date. There's not long to go now before release. In the meantime, we greatly appreciate your continued support.
Oh my god.
The tarnished will soon return.
Oh, is this the trailer again? This is the trailer! I know, because I watched it 80 times. I managed to talk about this next bit for 3 hours, so... Oh my god.
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
Oh, that is so freaking sick,
They will
dude.
fight. And they
I
will
want to
die.
meet the cat person. Souls of the Wild?
Farewell
Yeah.
to the champion. To be
When does it come out? February 25th, 2022. I want to meet the deer! That's what happened in the trailer. What do you mean, wait? What are we waiting? What happened? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, pause, because I might have autoplay on. I don't remember. How do you guys know I have autoplay on? I can't even see it. Whatever, it's fine. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 2 different boss arenas with the same guy with 2 different cutscenes? Maybe it wasn't the same guy. Maybe it was. I actually didn't notice. Souls of the Wild, Skyrim? Pretty much. It's got so much of that. So the pacing looks a little bit more like... Here's my guesstimate. I would place it between Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 in terms of timing. Because it looks a little late. Slow. But therefore it looks a little bit more tactical. And it's still like, it looks like it's still got that quick reaction. Oops, I keep clicking my keyboard by accident. It's still got that quick reaction time. It's still got that, you know, it's very like visually active. There's a lot going on, but it doesn't seem like, well, also we've only seen a handful of bosses. Most of them seem pretty similar in that they have like large tells. It's a little slower. That isn't necessarily a criticism. It's just like, I'm trying to like place it. I don't like the slower games. I tend to prefer the quicker ones, but that's just preference. Everyone has a feel for it, and I feel like they've been leaning toward faster and faster lately. So now they're kind of bringing it back a little bit, maybe trying to create like a center, like a new normal, new average, I guess, from which to base everything else upon, and it makes sense. Harder bosses are mostly humans, right? That does tend to be the case, yeah. That I guess it depends, but most of the time, the most difficult bosses in Dark Souls games are like the closer to human size you are, the more difficult you are. That tends to be the rule. If it's like a gigantic beast monster, it's probably a gimmick fight. And if they're your size, then get ready to get fucked. Like Sister Frida, who will bend you the fuck over 100+ times. But that doesn't mean that they're always easy, because there's exceptions like Lawrence from Bloodborne, who's consistently considered one of the toughest. And a lot of people complain about him. He's a beast and also still pretty challenging. Midir is another one that people say is quite difficult and is also a large beast boss. Demon Princes, I don't know how they rank on like people's opinions or whatever, because I just found out about the Demon Prince. But I can see him being pretty tough. Manus, yet another beast that's difficult. Yeah. So not always. So yeah, I guess it depends. But also, on the other hand, one of my major complaints with Dark Souls 3 was the fact that enemies will like all the enemies do it. They'll come and stab you, and then while they're still freaking stabbing you, they'll jump back, and then you stab them, and then you fail because they jump back. And then while you're recovering from your attack, they jump in and they beat you up. And it's like, how the fuck is that fair? So I kind of want to sort of, I'm curious how they'll sort of even it out. So I don't know. It looks, I'm a little, I don't want to say concerned, but I'm a little worried about how it looks now that I'm watching it, because it's just like, it looks like you just go, shoo, 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 and the enemies go, shoo, and I want, shoo, 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 you know, like I want that, right? We seen this fan art? Yeah, okay, actually, hang on, let me show you what I created. Let's make sure it's on camera, so I have to open this. Okay, so I did a fan art of my new favorite character. Hang on. I don't want you to be too blown away, okay? Like, I know it's amazing to consider that I'm so artistically talented, considering that I'm good at so many other things, like being a goober, video games, memeing. Like, I know, don't be intimidated, but what do you think? He's saying hello to you. Look how cute he is! Yeah, he's got fingies! Oh, I kind of missed one on the hand. He's supposed to have 5 fingies, but I goofed it. That's him. We're gonna buy a print of this? I don't know. I think I might do a limited Etsy reveal or whatever release. The fact that it's drawn on, actually I could take off the ring too. I think the rings kind of fit because, you know, the paper's got the rings, and it's Elden ring, right? So I think it fits, but I can even actually remove it because this paper is really good. Is Alexander considered thick? If you open up the dictionary to the word thick, and I do mean with 2 C's, you will see a picture of Alexander. And if you don't see it, then I will eat Roger's hat. Oh, it's a little off center now that I took off the rings, but it's okay. God, I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. One thing I don't like about Souls games, and it's not even like it's just like a minor thing, but there aren't very many pretty places. Like, they are pretty, but it's like, you know, you're not sitting there going, with every step. You're just like, you know, pretty. Oh, nice view. The only exception is like the mountain Senpai Temple in Sekiro. I know it's Senpo, but it's also, have you considered, wait, Senpo? It's like Senpo Temple. But anyway, it's Senpai Temple, obviously. That's where you learn to be a senpai. Also, Fountainhead Palace. Yeah, but Fountainhead Palace is like a little curse, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little decaying, right? Usually somewhere I don't want to look at. Yeah, Irithyll is another one. There's definitely nice views, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's an ugly game by any means. There's always moments you're like, whoa. But in general, they don't have a lot of color. They just don't. It's not the environment that they're creating. You go to a forest and it tends to be poisonous and cursed. You go to a castle and while beautiful, it tends to be full of boys or broken. Like, there aren't really many pretty castles in Dark Souls games. Like, they are beautiful in a way, but there's always something to them that makes them, I don't know, like, you go through them pretty quickly. I don't know, like the Boletaria Castle, like the ramparts are kind of pretty, but it's not really, I don't know. The part where you're actually in the castle and it's all pretty, it's like one bridge and you beat up that guy. What did I call him? Strawberry? I always called him Strawberry for some reason. Astrava! Yeah! You beat up Astrava and then you fight the boss and that's it. It's the only part that's kind of like pretty and decorative. I don't think I've ever seen a forest like this in a Dark Souls game. The closest is Senpai Temple, but even that, it's not like this. It's not like you're walking through a dense forest. There's no trail. And they're able to do it because it's not linear. Oh, Drangley Castle is very beautiful, but it's also a little haunted. Intentionally, it's supposed to be a little haunted, you know? It's very, like, strict lines, very sharp looking. Ain Orlando is beautiful as well. Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, my main point is, I guess to narrow it down, there's not a lot of natural beauty in Souls games. You don't get a lot of nature. Nature is like my guilty pleasure. I don't think it's a guilty pleasure, but I just adore it. It's so exciting to get to see this much nature just briefly. Like, we get to have animals running around. There's like goats and, you know, eagles and it's so beautiful. Shrine of Amana leads toward the nature. Yeah, and you're so excited, and then 5 seconds later, you hate your life, Eponymous. But you're right. I'm not saying there's none. There's absolutely natural beauty. It's just they're so limited. And it's nice to have this, but it's the benefit of an open world. They can't do this as easily without an open world, because imagine like having a non-open world, like a linear game, but it looks like this, and you keep running into invisible walls as you try to explore the woods. Like, you can't do it. So the fact that they did it like that, like the closest, you know what's a good example? In Sekiro, when you're going down toward the Snake Valley, toward the gun fort, and it's all like, you just go through a bunch of those torii gates, and there's a bunch of monkeys there. Like, that's about as close as it gets, and it's literally a straight line with some grass and a path and cliffs on opposite sides. Like, it's beautiful, but you're not like, wow, I'm in nature. You know, you're very much being led somewhere, and it's always like that. And that's really great. It's really nice. Anyway, my point is I'm obsessed. We're probably let's go through it a little bit and kind of like dissect it a little bit more, because I was like excited. So yeah, I don't know who this is. I don't know if this is Melina. It could be. No, I don't think that is though. I have no clue. This could be an NPC. But yeah, so this is a site of grace. So this is like our bonfire. And it's just in the middle of nowhere. Like, look at this. It's crazy. You could just go in any direction. Like, I look at this and I'm like, let's go around. Let's explore. You know, it's crazy. It definitely leans a lot toward yellow. Like, that's one thing I've noticed about this game is it just looks very yellow. Like, that seems to be like the color of it. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. It's also because like the world tree is here. What do they call it? The weird tree? What is it called? Erd tree. Erd tree. So Erd means world and old. I think it just means world. No, it just means world. Yeah, we looked this up. I remember I looked this up when the trailer first dropped. Yeah, no, you're right. Golden is more what they're going for. But I'm sorry, when I see this, I just think yellow. Maybe that's just me. It looks a little washed out, but not in a bad way. It looks like a J.M.W. Turner painting. If you guys know J.M.W. Turner, let me just Google this man's because he's an amazing artist. He was famous for using basically a ton of yellow, but this is like his work. You can see this, right? Like, I'm making sure you guys can see. Yeah, you can. Okay. So anyway, as you see, like, it's all very it's very yellow, but very like ethereal, very faded. Oops. Is beautiful. I went to an exhibit on him. He was a fucking weirdo in a good way. He like would just paint like a psycho, and then like if the color wasn't right, he'd like spit at the canvas and mix it in. Like, oh, crazy guy. But yeah, so that's what I think of. But then again, he just played with light diffusion, which is exactly what Elden Ring is doing. There's a lot of like light diffusion. But yeah, so light diffusion, gold versus silver. Well, I keep saying silver, but I don't think we're necessarily silver. I just always, when I hear tarnish, I immediately think silver. I also wonder about what's up with those like tesseract thingies. And look at that in the background, this like aqueduct, this like ruined aqueduct. Oof. 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 Whoa, hey, excuse me. There appears to be a man over here on the stick. I didn't notice that. I didn't know that, dude. You think I give a shit about random guy? We're busy looking at big tree and other trees and scenery. Man, it's fine. You're just getting some sun. Yeah, you know, being in the sun makes your hair lighter. You know, he's a man on a stick. Yeah, he's on a stick. Is this my dinner? You know, gonna have some food. Gonna get some grass. Is that his arm or is it, like, he's got arms? Yeah, he's got arms. I don't see no feet though. I guess those could be feet. Oh, that's a foot. Yeah. That's a foot. That's a foot. Yep. Oh, so we don't. Was this the bonfire? Or was this just where we're standing?
Set here, in the lands
yep. This is a site of grace. Oh. And there's another glowy tree.
This is a site of grace, acting as a place of rest for the player.
And there's like, you know, person chilling.
Occasionally, grace will manifest rays of guiding light.
Yeah, so it like shows you a light on where to go. I love the get horse everywhere thing.
Whether to follow this guidance or head off to explore in a different direction.
I'm probably gonna ignore the guidance every single time. Let's be real. So these are like optional things. Oops, I keep hitting the mic today. Oh my god, I'm moving my arms too much. Oh, it looks beautiful. It looks a little. There's some parts that look a little empty, but I think that's like not really. It's not really that empty. What is that? Is that an egg? You just ran past something. It looks eggy. Then I'm wondering about this. Like, is this gonna be a random optional encounter, like kind of like a mini boss, or is this going to be a mini boss that's like structured, or is it going to be like in Skyrim where you just randomly get attacked by dragons? Like, I wonder, because there's no lore about the dragons being extinct or anything really, because Gwyn isn't a thing in this one. So it's like Breath of the Wild, but as Dark Souls dungeons instead of shrines. I'm down. It kind of sounds like it's going to be like that, but not quite. I don't know that there's going to be like, hey, here's a cave you can go into, just like Skyrim, or, you know, kind of like Breath of the Wild with the shrines. I think it's going to be like, hey, traverse this area, here's a little thing you can do. I wonder how full the areas are going to feel. Like, Like, are they going to feel complete? Because that's always a worry with open world games, is are they going to feel kind of empty? Did they do open world just to do open world, or are they going to do it right? And an example of doing it right would be something like Witcher, Skyrim, and an example of doing it wrong would be like Dragon Age Inquisition, in which it's just a whole bunch of running around doing useless fetch quests and like an empty world that has no color in it. So I'm hoping they would do it right. I honestly trust FromSoft. They haven't done me wrong so far, right? So I'm confident they managed to make it pretty good, but we can't know for sure, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. So the dragons seem to be just like regular old beasties, kind of cool. I love this man. He's my best friend. Oh, I forgot he has these handles. I didn't draw his handles in accurate fan art. Hang on, let me. He's also got a tree seal on him.
My stars. I'm so happy to see.
Yeah, it's like right above his arms. He's got little handles that look kind of like ears. He looks so goofy.
I am Fist. And as you can see, I'm
So we free our boy.
the end of me.
So this is Onion Knight, like 1000% basically. I really wonder what's up with Pot Bro, because there's like pot stuff, like pot people. There's like the Pot Bros in Sekiro. There's them, like they are like pot, you know, folk, and they're in the pot and they're like demons, and it's a reference to like a type of demon that exists in a pot. But he's like sealed into the pot, and it looks like a wax seal, which is a lot like there's always sealing stuff. In like in Dark Souls 3, the wax seals, how it prevents you from getting cursed and stuff. Like there's something about wax and seals preventing things from escaping, just like the seal in the Ring City. So it's kind of cool to figure here, like it's quite possible that there's some sort of creature or demon here that has been trapped in this pot, but it's still able to somehow control the pot, like a curse, or the curse rotted greatwood. The way his arms and legs stick out of the pot and are not part of the pot suggests to me that he's some sort of creature that was sealed in there, but steadily managed to like escape somewhat in order to like move. Yet he seems so friendly, so I wonder what that means. You know, it'd be so awesome if Pot Guy is the new Patches, like a friendly, jovial Patches. I think I'd love him even more. Okay, I'm like overwhelmed by everything that we have to talk about. I want to look at various things. I want to look at movesets, weapons that we've seen, magic. I really want to look at the magic as well. It looks so interesting. Hello, yay, I guess. How's it going? Marlo's here too. He's super amped. He's so excited. He can hardly even contain himself. Can't even do it. I feel like we got a lot of like the lore thing, the whole tarnished are used for grafts. My mind is blown. I am so excited for this. Okay, so souls are used to empower yourself in previous games. I don't know, like to become stronger, you need to absorb souls. So here, I don't know, there's probably going to be some experience mechanic. Is there going to be souls? I don't know. But what it's going to be like is like attaching others' limbs, like limbs from something makes you stronger. Like that's really interesting. It's almost like taking it literally, making someone else's strength your own. First region is called Limgrave. Limb plus grave. Oh my god, good point.
This is a site of grace,
that's a really
acting
good
as
point.
a place of rest for them in different
Scare with the
directions.
combat attachments. I just mean like how the enemies seem to attach things to their body, attach other limbs to their body. The concept of grafting as strengthening you, something like that. Although the Sekiro with its prosthetics, that is another aspect as well. Limbs have always been important in Souls games. Limbs, body parts, like firekeepers don't have eyes. So we suddenly glow. Hang on, I wish I could like skip back because I don't have keys. Sorry. Normally I just like jump back, but I don't have arrow keys. Yeah, we suddenly glow golden there. I don't know if maybe that's using an ember. Maybe we drank something, or is that just because we're in combat? I don't know what that means. And this magic looks so interesting. The cast is so immediate. Oh, that's so cool. And it's homing! Oh, that's so cool. So we haven't really seen, as far as I can tell from the trailer or this, we haven't seen any pyromancy or anything like that. Look at all these glowing trees. There's a ton of them. So are those perhaps main
map can prove
areas?
useful
Could
when
that be what
exploring
that's
the
on the
world,
map there?
and is populated by acquiring map
Those like gold
fragments.
things? Oh no, those must be sites of grace, and they're pointing in a certain direction. That must be the guidance. I hope it's not going to be like, oh, you have to come to this one specific area that's kind of hard to get to in order to get
Beacons
this
can
one
also be
rare
placed
crafting
to
material
help
or
with
something like
orientation.
that. But then again, I didn't mind that so much in Breath of the Wild,
Beacons
so...
placed on the map appear in the world.
Oh, like physically it appears. Jesus. Oh, that's sick. I like that.
We'll prepare for combat with some item crafting.
Found by hunting
using
beasts.
materials
Oh, so you
found
get
in the world.
bones. Flight pinion, hunting birds. Trina's lily, exceedingly rare to find. Like, how exceedingly is rare? You know what I mean? Okay, was that a parry? Hang on, what was that?
Variety of unique attacks can also be interchanged.
You kind of
between
like duck under the strike and then like counterattack. Oh, no, maybe it was just like a perfect hitbox? See, in Dark Souls 3, that spear would have hit you though. That's what I'm wondering here. Like, that spear would have been like, oh, that counts as my hitbox. Now you've gotten hit. Congratulations.
In more perilous situations, we can summon
The summoning
spirits
is
to
done with
assist us in
ringing.
battle.
I love it. It's literally ringing.
Spirits
Just like
vary
summoning
greatly in
a
type,
bell.
So we look forward to players experimenting and finding their personal favorites.
I'm curious about these summons. Like, I hope they don't use a consumable because I hate things that use consumables. But it seems kind of OP. I was also thinking it might be like a Mikiri counter, but it didn't quite look like a Mikiri counter. Could be though. I love this armor, by the way. Holy crap.
Online multiplayer can also be enjoyed with players from other worlds.
It's so
from cooperative
decorative.
to PvP
I
and invasions.
adore it. Windmills! It's like that it's like Earthen Peak. I guess that's a way to help with offline, like if you're struggling, it's like you can summon. This is so totally Gyobu. Oh my god. Look at the gold armor though. I still think it's pretty significant that almost all of the armor that we see our character wearing in the trailer is blue and silver. And everything that we see the enemies wearing tends to be gold. Like, we are the tarnished, we don't have any gold in us. Like, we lost our grace, and now we were banished from the land, and then we're coming back now. That's the plot. So since we are tarnished, we can't be gold, because gold is a metal that doesn't tarnish. Although that is pretty common. Armor normally is silver in
Catacombs,
Souls games,
caves,
but I think in this game it
mines,
has
and
more
other dungeons
significance.
Can be found while out exploring the world.
Okay, so there literally are dungeons. Okay.
These
I've
dungeons
missed that.
each hold their own secrets, from hidden treasures to fearsome bosses.
So they're kind of like chalice dungeons within the game. Oh, I really like that. That's really cool. This would have been a good way to implement chalice dungeons. Like, you can actually get to them physically. It works the way they did it in Bloodborne, but still. Also, I love that gesture. I want it. That looks like a skeletal wing, like a skeletal dragon wing, maybe? Or like a 3-clawed hand. It looks like a limb though. Whatever it is, it looks like a limb. So her eye does not open because there's a limb over it. That's really interesting. Yeah, I was thinking like a talon or a wing, but I'm leaning toward talon, yeah. So limbs are hugely important. Like, everything in this game is screaming at us like limbs. Pay attention to the limbs. So I don't know what it means yet. I like her face too. She's got like a really severe expression. I like her downturned eyes.
I offer you an accord.
Like, she looks cute, but she also looks like she could murder me. Okay, so right here is all gold. It's like one of these gold trees. The castle's been wrecked. Look at that. Look at this over here. But look at this gorgeous detailing. I love it. It's so intricate. So this is a different era. Let me look this up. So obviously Brogue is a little bit more like hyper intricate, but if I look at something like this, okay, that's a tiny little ass picture, but you know, whatever. I'm not necessarily an architecture expert though, so it's kind of hard. Like this, another tiny ass picture. Okay, whatever. I wish I knew what era this is from, because that would be freaking cool to look at. Yeah, I don't really like the Estus animation, I gotta tell you. I know it's not Estus, it's probably gonna be Grace Sips or something like that. Grace
Extra care should
juice.
be taken when moving through dungeons, as visibility and terrain differ from when in the open. We hope players enjoy getting a feel for the
Grace
different types
sips,
of
yeah, that's what I'm gonna
areas
call 'em. Take a
and
little
coming
sip
up
of
with
this
suitable
Grace.
strategies for each.
I like that. I'm glad that they kept long boys as well. Because, you know, you gotta have long boys. Stretched boys. They're in every game. Eldenberry wine! I like it. Gracistus? I do like Gracistus. Nectar, ambrosia, something divine. Could be. Could be. Although, I prefer Grace Sips or Gracistus. Gracistus. I'm gonna have some Gracistus out here. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I agree. Be skeptical. I'm never gonna tell anyone not to be skeptical. And
In
the
this
fog
next
wall
boss
is
fight,
golden.
We challenge one of the demigods, ruler of Stormvale, Godric the Golden.
Godric the Golden. I mean, like... So, we know that fog is important. We are like, we came from beyond the fog, and gold is important. That's pretty much it. And he calls...
Dragon. Thou art a true born heir.
Dude, he's like hunchbacked. He's not so good, huh?
Strength, O kindred. Deliver me unto
Wait. How many fingers you got, brother?
born heir.
I wasn't counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's a 6-fingered lad. That's a little too many fingers. Yeah, hey, Mr. Min, why do you have 6 fingers? I was like, that doesn't look right. Huh.
Lend me thy strength, O
Yikers.
kindred. Deliver me unto greater
I kind of get the vibe that he's like Osiris. Like, not... I don't really have any basis for that. But just like Osiris got warped by his love of dragons, and this guy's all... Also, like, he's not really that golden, is he?
playing as a lord.
He's wearing a bunch of gold, but nothing else about him is that gold. Although, I guess that fits.
Thee I am the lord of all that is golden.
Yeah, he's seen better days, I feel. One of the most interesting combinations of grotesque and badass. Yeah. Uh-huh. That's the thing, yeah, not everyone likes wandering around in open worlds, but I really like wandering around. I'm that person who I can literally just walk around and explore as long as I feel like there's something to it. I spent hours just running around in Oblivion. Yeah, I was gonna say the red buff is pretty cool. So watching the combat, it looks very block heavy. I'm still seeing dodging. But I gotta say, I'm a little worried. Like, what if it's a lot like Sekiro and that dodging is secondary to parries and blocks? It would still be an enjoyable game, but it would be a little limiting in the terms of it forcing you to play a certain way. But I don't want to come to any conclusions. Is Dark Souls Elden Ring Pokemon? Or Elden Ring Dark Souls Pokemon is what I meant to say. Yes.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, it is. You have to collect all the limbs. He's Lord of all that is golden, not Lord that is golden. Fair point, but he just kind of looks like us, doesn't he? He looks like his hair looks the same as our like default armor, the with the hair. Like, I don't know, he looks weird. He looks not like I would expect a golden lord to look like. He looks warped. He looks like he's trying to hold on to something that isn't there anymore, which I guess is what the lords are doing. They're holding on to power illegitimately. I'm very optimistic about this. I just like playing a certain way, and I don't like when games don't let me play that way. I like to be able to play any way I want, which is kind of like what Elden Ring is professing. They're like, hey, you can pick any build on any way. You could use any, what do you call it? Weapon arts on like any weapon, you know, whatever you want. Super flexible gameplay. So I'm hoping it's not going to be anything to worry about. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, the whole thing about the lords trying to hold on to something that isn't there anymore, like that's Souls, baby. So that's FromSoft. That's what they do. Sekiro combat was fun too. It was. But the thing is, like, you have to play the game the way that they want you to. However, the whole thing about Sekiro is there's no weapon flexibility. You use one weapon. You only have the katana, and you have to parry. there's no other way to play the game. Well, okay. Maybe you can use all your abilities to magically never have to parry a single time in a fight. I don't know. But you have to parry. Like, that's kind of the whole point. There's different abilities you can use and different, like, prosthetics that you can use. But yeah, it's not an RPG. Yeah, it's very much like you play this character, you have this name, you do parries, you do not play, you can't even pick your weapon. So I was kind of okay. I was like, well, in fact, when Sekiro was first announced, there's a reason it took me so long to play it. I was like, well, that doesn't really seem that interesting, because part of what I liked about FromSoft is the flexibility. You know, I played the whole game, all of the games without blocking a single time. Like, you can do that, right? Are you RPing as well? Well, it still is an RPG. It has RPG elements, but because compared to the others, it's not that RPG-like, right? Because you kind of get to, you have to play the game the way that they intended. But it's still a really fun experience. But still, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about this looking so much like Sekiro to the point that I almost feel like they're going to force me to play a certain way. But I don't think that's the case. I don't really have a reason to think that. I'm just wondering, because the most recent game they released was in fact Sekiro, so that's like the closest in their memories.
This allows for stress-free traversal.
I'm already planning. We're gonna do a no guidance run. We're gonna go not where the game tells us to go. We're gonna try it. My goal is to find the deer as fast as possible. But wait, we also want to find NPCs. Oh my god, NPC quest lines in an open world game? No! No! I'm so depressed. I just realized it's gonna be so cursed. How are we gonna find them? How are we gonna complete all of them? Aw, man. We have to play the way the game they intended.
The carriage over there.
You know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of Assassin's Creed, weirdly enough.
We'll prepare for combat with some item craft.
I remember in, like, Black Flag, there was like these things you had to you can be sneaky and you had to stop the guy from ringing the bell. But it was fun. They were fun. In general, people might be like, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that. But it's like, you don't have to use these things if you don't like them. I'm not saying anyone in chat is. No one's saying that. But I just feel like people don't like change sometimes. And no matter what FromSoft does, if it's in any way different, people are going to, like, in some way not like it.
Finding their personal favorite.
Oh, it's the twin blade. How did I notice that? I was too captivated by the magic. But look at this. It's a freaking twin blade.
Greatly in type.
Show me.
Look forward to players
more twin blade.
experimenting and finding their personal
Yes! Ah, it's so hot. You can jump and do a stab down. I'm sold. Look, dual wielding. Easily sold. Easily sold. No problem. Easy money. Sap polearm one looks good. Yeah, all the weapons look good. Definitely, I'm a fan of all of them. That was a weird hitbox, but if anything, that means a really, really forgiving dodge. Like, look at this. Look at this.
We've come across a boss guarding this area. We'll take
like that. How did that not connect? That should have connected. Unless maybe it was hitbox, like it hit behind. I have no idea. If there's forgiving hitboxes, daddy's sold. But I mean, like, I already pre-ordered, so it's like they've already got me anyway. But whatever, you know what I mean. Like, hang on. I noticed this before. It's very beautiful, but look at this. So it looks like magic goes up. That looks like something celestial. That looks like some Bloodborne shit. Like, look at this. Call Beyond plus Aldrich's Archery Storm. Yeah, definitely. Red Eye Valkyrie boss is called Millennia. Queensland's called Marika. I'm noticing a theme. Yeah, dude, I thought it was the same name. They're so similar. Melania. Hang on. Let me try to get this. So it's Melina, and then it might be Melania. Melania? See, I want to say Millennia. But if it's Melina versus Melina, then it might be Millennia. No, it's gotta be Millennia. So millennia is in like a millennium, like a millennium, like 1,000 years. Ma is the new Gwyn. Yeah, because it comes from their ma, Marika. Write that down. That's real lore. Surprised we didn't see poison swamps and dogs. Oh my god. Everyone gather with me. Together we are going to say a prayer to Miyazaki, hoping that there's going to be no poison area in this game. Of course there is going to be, but Miyazaki, please feel our energy. No poison area. No poison area. We are manifesting. We're manifesting. Here's what I want. 5 wooded areas, 4 castles, 3 castles. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I wanted 4 or 3. My hands said 3, my brain said 4. Okay, it'd be like that. Anyway, 3 castles. That's it. They introduce us to 2 NPCs, Alexander and Roger. And this guy, but I don't know if he's gonna be like, I don't think he's a real NPC. I think he's more like I kind of get the vibe this guy's like the one who resummons sorry, the false idol in Demon Souls. If you don't kill him, like that kind of enemy. Like they're sort of like, you know, we don't know if they're a good guy or a bad guy, but probably a bad guy. But here's the thing. If the Tarnished are bad and they left because they had no grace, why are they grafting tarnished body parts onto themselves? Like why does that help them? Because I thought the Tarnished were bad. I can't believe, like, I feel like there was more to talk about in the original trailer though, which is good though. They showed not too much. I'm happy with what they showed. All in all, they showed us some cool weapon arts. They showed us combat. They showed us how the game is going to generally feel. We also got a vibe for how the game is actually going to be. That the game is open world, what it looks like to explore, what the map is going to look like, traversal of the land, and also the idea of finding dungeons along the world. Like you can just kind of be like, hey, I'm gonna go over here. Oh look, there's a dungeon. Let me explore it. There could be bosses down there. It feels like they're implementing a lot of things that they weren't able to effectively implement in previous games and putting them in really well. I don't know. I'm largely very positive toward this game and toward FromSoft in general. So in general, I have no... I have nothing to complain about. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm so curious to see how it's going to feel. FromSoft hasn't let us down, so I'm going to maintain positivity. And if they do let us down, then we can change that assessment. But so far, they have not. So, you know. So yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad we watched this. I'm glad we watched it together. Thank you all for being here for the enjoyment of the trailer. But I think we've got what we need out of it. Let's play a video game.